Hi, Joe Cerrone. Welcome to CAD 134, Basic AutoCAD for Interior Design. Today's the last day to take the midterm test. The midterm multiple choice test is due at 11:30 p.m. today. If you have not taken that, it's located under quizzes and exams. And here it is, midterm exam. And essentially, we want you to take this so that we can verify your identity and go through the multiple choice questions at the end of the chapters. Not a super difficult test. If you're worried about it, take the practice exam before you take the actual exam, and you'll be well prepared for that. You can take this one unlimited amount of times. So that would be my recommendation for today, as that test ends at 11:30 p.m. tonight. As far as projects go, we've got this tenant floor space plan, and we're going to be working with creating the furniture blocks and attributes. It's a great project because it goes through and works with things like content from Design Center. Here's our B-size architectural title block, and here's some two-dimensional Design Center content. But if we take a look at the project itself, when you open up the file, you'll get the floor plan with one of the desks. And what we'll do is we'll use these attributes to create the other furniture. And so as we look at what the completed project looks like, the completed project will look like this. And I just got the desks on the other side, so it doesn't really matter where you place them. But these blocks will have the attributes of what they are, part numbers, dimensions, and the material finish. And those attributes can be toggled on and off with the attribute display, ATTDISP. We can turn that off. And it's just a nice project. And so as we go through, we'll populate these rooms with the different furniture. We'll create the attributes, and then we'll extract those attributes in paper space. If we look on to the way that the chapters lay out, I went through and I went and looked at the textbook. So in chapter 9, we'll go through and work with the attribute definition, create all these tags, and you can copy the tag from one of them to the other ones and then edit those, so you don't have to recreate a tag every single time. But essentially, the first chapter, or at least this chapter, will go through and have you create these different blocks, and then we'll extract that information. And so as we look at the projects, they then open things up to this other, there's 3 large scale projects. One of them is the tenant floor space. Another one is this bank floor plan. And then there's one more, which is a log cabin. And we've decided to do the tenant floor space. And so in 9, we do the furniture. And then 10, there's really nothing in there. 11, we'll do the reflected floor plan, which is basically the ceiling plan for the fixtures. And then when we look at 12, we'll create presentation layouts. And so like we did with the chapter 3 geometry, we'll have different viewports showing the floor plan with no furniture, showing the electrical plan, showing the floor plan with the furniture. And then this one seems to be another floor plan without the furniture and without dimensions. So just some nice presentation type graphics in chapter 12. And then in 13, we'll go through and we'll pick up on some 3-dimensional techniques. And so they go through isometric drawing, which I'm actually quite good at isometric drawing. I used to teach pictorial projections up at Northern Illinois University as a grad student. I can draw these with a pencil, but I can also model them with a computer. And that's essentially what we're going to do with this project, where we'll start to break out one of the rooms and we'll model the furniture in one of the rooms and perhaps the entire floor plan. But with that, I'm going to come back here to the main splash page, work on chapter 9, complete the furniture plan with the blocks and attributes. And then Ella and I will be on next week to take you through the next chapter, which will be, I believe it's going to be chapter 11, where we'll be doing the electrical plan. All right, so that's our weekly Zoom meeting. I'm going to stop the recording and open things up for questions.